Toby was worried he wouldn't get to the farm, and he wouldn't get to see the animals. Once Toby had delivered the freight cars, he rushed to his last job at Brendam Docks. Perhaps my friend Salty will help me. But as Toby arrived, Salty was rushing towards him. "Salty!" cried Toby. "Stop, please!" "I have to help Cranky unload lots of cargo," puffed Toby. "But I'm running out of time. Will you help me?" "Sorry, Toby," said Salty, "but I have an important delivery. This piston rod is too important to wait, matey." Toby felt miserable. He knew deliveries were important, but he thought helping a friend was important too. Neither Mavis, Thomas, nor Salty had helped Toby. "And I thought they were my friends," puffed Toby sadly. He would have to move all that cargo on his own. Now he'd never get to the farm. Toby pulled up alongside Cranky. "What are you waiting for?" cranked Cranky. "I'm here to pick up the cargo," said Toby sadly. "The ship's been caught in rough seas," Cranky snapped. "The cargo won't be here till morning." Toby was delighted. Now he'd have time to get to the farm. So he raced off. Then Toby saw Henry in a siding. "Where are you going in such a hurry?" wheezed Henry sadly. Toby told him all about wanting to go to the farm, and all about Mavis and Thomas and Salty. "I thought friends helped each other," Toby wished, "but they were all too busy to help me." "That's because they've all been helping me," puffed Henry. Toby was surprised. "I broke down," said Henry, "so Mavis brought my special coal. Thomas took my passengers, and Salty brought me a new piston rod." Toby knew he had made a mistake. Mavis, Thomas, and Salty had been helping a friend after all. "They were all helping you," gasped Toby. Toby felt very silly. "Is there anything I can do to help you, Henry?" he asked. Henry was surprised. "But then, you won't get to the farm to see the animals," said Henry. "It doesn't matter," said Toby. "Helping a friend is much more important. What can I do?" Henry asked Toby to take his passenger cars to Knapford Station. Henry's cars were very, very heavy. "I don't know if I will be able to move them," said Toby, "but I'm going to try." Toby coupled up to the passenger cars. He heaved and hauled and puffed and pulled. At last, Henry's cars began to move. Henry was very pleased. "Thank you, Toby," he called as Toby puffed away. "Sorry about your afternoon off." But Toby didn't mind. He was helping a friend, and that was better than an afternoon off any day. Edward strikes out. All the engines of Sodor are very happy to work on Sir Topham Hatt's railway. Edward has worked on the railway the longest. He knows everyone, and everyone knows him. One summer morning, Edward arrived at the docks. He had to pick up some heavy pipes. Gordon and Thomas were already there. Thomas was very excited. A new crane had just arrived on the island. "He looks so strong," puffed Thomas. "I'm sure he could even lift you up, Gordon," he chuckled. Gordon didn't think this was funny, and Thomas chuffed away. "That crane might be big," Gordon sniffed,
but he has no engine. He can't move unless another engine pulls him.
Edward looked at the crane. Gordon was right. Then I don't think he can be really useful, chuffed Edward slowly.
Quite right, Edward, huffed Gordon. He will only get in the way.
Just then, Percy arrived. He was very excited to see the new crane, too.
He's not very useful, boomed Gordon.
He will only get in the way, echoed Edward.
New-fangled nonsense, wheezed Gordon, and he chuffed off.
What's a new-funneled nuisance, Edward? Peeped Percy. New-fangled nonsense, Percy, puffed Edward as grandly as he could. It's something that is new and not really useful.
Edward's freight cars were right next to the new crane.
My name's Rocky, the crane smiled at Edward.
I'm Edward, puffed Edward.
Can I come with you? Asked Rocky. I could help you with those heavy pipes.
I don't need your help, sniffed Edward. New-fangled nonsense.
And he puffed off quickly, before the pipes had been properly tied down. Edward was approaching a signal. He was thinking about Rocky, and he was going too fast. Suddenly, the signal changed to red. Edward screeched to a stop, but the sides of the freight cars collapsed. Steel pipes toppled all over the tracks.
Bust my buffers,
puffed Edward.